Oh, mungkinkah kau yang jadi kekasih sejatiku? Semoga tak sekadar harapku. Bila tak menjadi milikku, aku takkan menyesal telah jatuh hati. Oh, mungkin aku bermimpi menginginkan dirimu untuk ada di sini menemaniku. Oh, mungkinkah kau yang jadi kekasih sejatiku? Semoga tak sekedar harapku. Semoga tak sekedar harapku.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I hope my voice is clear enough. How are you today? I hope you're doing fine. I hope you're always in a good health during this pandemic. And also, good afternoon, Miss Dita.
Hi, good afternoon. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, you can turn on your camera now.
Okay, yeah. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, all.
We're waiting for other participants. So maybe we will start this webinar at 13:05. We're still waiting for other participants to join. Two more minutes until we start the webinar.
Aku yang memikirkan, namun aku tak banyak berharap. Kau membuat waktuku tersita, jangan angan tentangmu. Tapi ku tak bisa, mengapa begini. Oh mungkin.
Okay, can we start now? So let us begin. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to Academic Circle 2021. I am Moranda Silaban, and I will be the chair for today's event. So before we start, first of all, I would like to thank Mr. Haris for helping us with the preparations for today's event. And also, I would like to thank Miss Dita, who is willing to be our speaker for today. And last but not least, I would like to thank all of the participants for joining us today. We are very pleased to be able to welcome those of you who are from our university or those of you who are come from outside our university. Um, so we're also very proud to be able to hold a webinar about laughter and language, how humor can elevate your linguistics, with Miss Anindita as our speaker for today's topic. So before we move to the presentation, I would like to give a brief explanation about Miss Dita's background. She is the lecturer at English Letters Department at Universitas Sanata Dharma. Ms. Dita was also attended some conference as a presenter to present her paper. So she was also a presenter in Kolita 18 conference, presenting her paper entitled Analysis of Humor on at Overheard Campus Instagram account, A Pragmatic Study. And also she was in Lily Trans Conference 2018 as a presenter with paper entitled Discourse of Humor in Korean American Female Stand-Up Comedy, Margaret Cho. And of course, and also in National Seminar in Translation 2017 as a presenter with paper entitled The Study of Translation Methods in Translating Paper Names in J.K. Rowling's The Tales of Beedle the Bard. So she was also published some articles on different platforms. One of them is with Mr. Risang in 2019 in Journal of Pragmatic Research. The article entitled Analysis of Humor on Cartoon Comics, Be Like Bro, Pragmatic Study. So as we know, so basically Ms. Dita research interests are about pragmatics, language and humor, discourse analysis. Just like this topic today, it's about humor, right? So I don't want to take too much of your time. I need to leave some time to Ms. Dita to introduce herself as well to give us some explanation about this topic today. So later on, if you have some questions, you can just drop them in the chat box, or you can just raise your hand and ask directly to Ms. Dita. And it'll be nice if you guys can turn on your camera if there's no technical problems to give you, a little appreciation to our speaker today. So, and also I would like to remind you to mute yourself or turn off your microphone during the presentation. So thank you very much for listening. So without any further ado, let us welcome Ms. Dita. Ms. Dita, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you for the introduction, Mora. Well, I also thank to English Letters Department and also Pak Haris for inviting me to this academic circle. And I'm Anindita Dewangga Puri from Sanata Dharma University. Today, I would like to share this is a sharing session, and I would like to share my knowledge, my thought about language and humor, entitled Laughter and Language, How Humor Can Elevate Your Linguistics. So let me share my screen. Okay, can you see my PowerPoint, my
Yes.
screen? Okay, yeah, thank you. So let me start by giving you an example of a jokes of a humor. Okay, laughing is the best medicine, but if you are laughing for no reason, you may need medicine. So, what is your reaction when you read about this kind of jokes? And let's the next slide, the second one. It is in bahasa Indonesia. Kenapa kalau zombie nyerangnya bareng? Kalau sendiri namanya zomblo. Okay, well, it's funny, right? So, this is the example of one-liner, one-liner jokes, and it's a short bit consisting of 1 until 3 sentences only. And in the first line, and in the second line, it is called set up. So set up is the first part of jokes that set up the laugh, and then the second part, it's like it is called by punch or punchline. So the second part that make you laugh. So this is the example of jokes. And yeah, so I will give you two quotes that it's interesting for me. The first one is from Stephen Hawking. Life will be tragic if it were not funny. And then the second one is from John Waters. Life is nothing without good sense of humor. So can you imagine what would happen to our life without humor? Okay, well, of course, our life will be bored, and also every day we'll face with seriousness and tension, and it will lead us to the stress, right? And yeah, that's why humor is important to our life. It's like the seasoning in our food, because it can make our food more delicious. So it can also make our life more colorful, more joyful. It's like that. And yeah, talking about humor, it is important also to have a sense of humor. Okay. Anyone know about what is the sense of humor itself? Anyone who wants to try to answer this question? What is the sense of humor actually? Okay, perhaps Mora. Hello, Mora.
Yes, Miss Tita.
Okay, what do you think about sense of humor, Mora?
I think it's people way of having their humor. Like we all have different sense of humor, right?
Mm.
Maybe this joke is funny to somebody, but this joke is not funny um, to anybody.
Okay, good. Yeah, thank you, Mora. Yeah, well, a sense of humor is according to the dictionary. It's like the capacity for appreciating something as being humorous or funny. So it's like the ability of someone to use humor as the way to solve his problem, or the ability to create a humor, and also the ability to give a reaction toward humor. And well, yeah, the sense of humor is different from person to person, and it may also be dependent on someone's mood, on and also the context of the situations while that humor happened. And okay, so this is a several definition of humor. According to Attardo, humor is anything that is or may be perceived as funny, amusing, or laughable. And then the second one is from Schwartz from his article that humor is a central aspect of daily conversations from human speech and behavior that become the inspiration for laughing. And last one is from Pak Idewa Putuwijana. Okay, from his book Cartoon. Humor adalah bentuk permainan kata di mana permainan kata ini dapat merangsang manusia untuk tersenyum dan tertawa. Nah, and as the conclusions, it can be said that actually humor is something that designed to amuse, to entertain, and also to make us laugh. Okay, so this is the example of humor because humor is always developed from time to time. It is since 16th century until now, and it will make us familiar with various kinds of humor, such as the first one is cartoon comic. So I got it from Be Like Bro. Oh my God, bro, I just saw you on the TV. Seriously, bro, which channel? Animal Planet. So the first line is was it a setup, and then the last is punchline. This is that make us laugh. And yeah, the second one is meme. When you already started eating and someone says, let's pray. So this chipmunk is as a representation of your face when you are already start eating, but someone says, let's pray. Okay. And then the third is a sitcom, situational comedy, mind your language. Well, this is my favorite sitcom. I believe that some of you perhaps familiar with this situational comedy. And also we have stand-up comedy, which is always involved from time to time, which is always developed from time to time. So this is Panji and also uh, Resti. Okay. And also we also have lots of stand-up comedians such as Margaret Cho and then Ellen DeGeneres, and yeah, something like that. And okay, before we start to discuss about linguistic and humor, it is important for us to know what kind of theory of humor. So basically, there are three theories of humor. The first one is realist theory, and then superiority theory and incongruity theory. Well, about realist theory, this theory is most commonly associated with Freud's work entitled Joke and Their Relations to Unconsciousness. So the act of laughing provides a way to reduce energy from our emotions and also to reduce our negative energy and also to reduce our tensions. And how about superiority? Humor arises because of feeling of superiority to others, right? Individuals laugh when they can dominate others. So sometimes it can be make what's it humor situations because of the superiority. And the last one is incongruity. It happened due to the fact that humor arises from a certain inconsistency in a situations. It's like an unexpected glitch, something like that. And then, okay, so because humor research has many area of study which aim to explain the phenomena of humor, so it can be researched in many fields such as linguistics and then psychology, anthropology, ethnology, sociology, and so on. But today, I will focus only on linguistics perspective in to analyze the humor itself. And yeah, let's start with the humor and linguistics. So, talking about humor and linguistics, actually the use of language in humor is determined by linguistic factors. So, in relation to linguistic research on humor, in general, it plays with its language. Uh, the research on humor and linguistics provides linguistic aspects which can create humorous situations from the phonology and then from the semantic and also pragmatic point of view. That's about humor and linguistics. Okay, so I will limit the sharing session for today by humor produced by ambiguity and humor pragmatics, humor and pragmatics. So how humor can produced by ambiguity and how humor can be produced by the pragmatics point of view. Okay. Okay. And I also divided humor produced by ambiguity with three parts. The first part is from the phonological ambiguity, and then lexical ambiguity, and the last one is from semantic ambiguity. Well, from the phonological ambiguity, it's because it has same pronunciations, but it also has another meaning. So, for example, from the phonological ambiguity is homophone. The homophone has the same sound, the words that has the same sound, but it has different meaning. For example, two, and two, and then new and new. So this is words has the same sound, but actually the meaning is different, right? And I will give you the example. Yeah. Okay, anyone want to read this example? Ada yang mau mencoba membaca mungkin dari peserta?
So for the participants, is there anyone who would like to read this?
Can I?
You can just turn on your microphone or raise your hand.
Hello?
Hello? Yeah?
Can you hear my voice? Can I
Yeah.
read the PPT?
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Phonological ambiguity. One day, an English learner who has begun to learn English for only a short time bumped against an American in the street. The English learner said, "I'm sorry." The American said, "I'm sorry too." The English learner said, "I'm sorry three." The American felt puzzled and asked, "What are you sorry for?" At a loss, the English learner said, "I'm sorry five."
Okay, yeah. Thank you. Okay. So can you identify which part is that makes you laugh? Which part?
I mean, like when he said, "I'm sorry," and then "I'm sorry two," and then "I'm sorry three," until "I'm sorry five."
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Mbak. Yeah, good. So yeah, from this example, two and two, so two and two numbers, four and four numbers have the same pronunciation, right? So, but actually it has different meaning. So it creates a misunderstanding, right, between this is two speakers, and it leads to the humorous effect. Jadi itulah yang membuat efek humornya kelihatan because of the different interpretations between the word two and two, four and four begitu. Okay, thank you. And then yeah, I keep reading. This is the second example. I keep reading The Lord of the Rings over and over. I guess it's just force of habit. Okay, so I believe that those who are familiar with Lord of the Ring film can get a sense of humor from these situations. For those who are not familiar with Lord of the Ring, I think you will be confused. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So this is a one-liner jokes, and the writer changed the word habit with habit. So habit is a settled tendency or usual manner of behavior, while habit is it's like a member of the fictitious, peaceful, and genial race of small human-like creatures in the Lord of the Ring. So from habit to habit to habit. So it has a different meaning actually. Okay, so I got this from foodoftheday.com. Yeah, that's from the phonological ambiguity. Okay, next is from the lexical ambiguity. So ambiguous means it has a more than one meaning. So a sentence that becomes ambiguous because of the word that is used itself has more than one meaning. It's depending on its placement and in the sentence. So for example is a homonym. Okay, and homonym becomes the main source of lexical ambiguity. So it refers to to a word that or a phrase which is has the same sound and spelling one to each other, but it has different meaning and it is unrelated. Okay, that's a homonym. Okay, and this is the example from I got it from Mind Your Language season 1 episode 1. Anyone who want to read this example of jokes? Any volunteer?
May I?
Okay, yeah, please.
Okay, so Miss Courtney, perhaps you would care to wait in the classroom. Just go down the corridor, turn left at the bottom, and wait in room number 5. Understand? No. I'll start again. Go down the corridor, turn left, right. You are confusing me. Left or right? Left.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Mas. Okay. Yeah, so well, this is the conversation between Miss Courtney and Ali Nadim. So Ali Nadim is from India and Mrs. Courtney is from British. So this conversation happened because this is the first meeting, the first class for Ali Nadim as the foreign students in the university, and he got confused because of he didn't know where is the where is the class, and then Miss Courtney tried to explain about the place, the classroom to Ali Nadim. So perhaps you would care to wait in the classroom. Just go down the corridor, turn left at the bottom, and wait in room number 5. Understand? And then Ali Nadim's replaced, no. And Miss Courtney continue. I will start again. Go down the corridor. Okay, down the corridor, turn left. And then Ali Nadim said, turn left, right. Okay. Can you get the point? Why it creates a humorous situation from this conversation? It is because the word right. So the rights which is said by Miss Courtney refers to to the sebelah kanan, di bagian kanan, while Ali Nadim get that right here is terbalik. Jadi kalau right yang dimaksud oleh Mrs. Courtney is for the your answer is right. Jawaban Anda itu benar. But for Ali Nadim, right here is the position, sebelah kanan. Jadi bukan kiri. Padahal yang dimaksud adalah sebelah kiri, begitu. So this kind of lexical ambiguity creates a humorous situations. And the second example, any volunteer? It's also taken from Mind Your Language season 1, episode 1.
May I to try?
Okay, yeah, please.
Mr. Brown, I'm Brown. Ali Nadim, oh no, you are committing a mistake. Mistake? Yes, you are not brown. We are brown, you are white. My name is Brown. I'm your teacher.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Mbak. Okay, can you explain how this humor situation can be created from this conversation, Mbak?
Maybe Ali Nadim misunderstanding about the name of Brown. Yeah.
Okay,
Mr.
yeah.
Brown introduced himself. His name is Brown, but Ali Nadim get it about color.
Okay, yeah, that's all. Okay, good. Thank you for the answer, Mbak. Yeah, good. So it happens because of the misunderstanding with the word brown. Brown here is the name of this is the family name of Mr. Brown, right? But Ali Nadim got it. It's like the color, brown color. So yeah, I'm brown. Oh no, you are committing a mistake. Mistake? Yes, you are not brown. We are brown. You are white. Okay. My name is Brown. I'm your teacher. Actually, Brown here is the family name of Mr. Brown itself. Okay. Thank you. And next is okay, semantic ambiguity. Well, semantic ambiguity happens because of the different interpretations between the surface structure and the deep structure. And it happened also because of the different interpretations that can be given from the surface structure and the deep structure. And we can see from the example, it's a little bit difficult. Well, this is the conversation between teacher and Tom. So the teacher asks to Tom, when was Rome built? And then Tom answered, at night. And then the teacher said, who told you that? You did. You said Rome was not built in a day. Well, yeah. So perhaps it's difficult to to know which kind of word that creates a humorous situation. So let me explain about this example. So the surface meaning of the sentence Rome was not built in a day is that the building of Rome was not in the period of light. Period of light here means the shorter period. So you cannot just build a Rome only in 4 until 7 days. That's why Tom says it is at night because night is the opposite of light or morning or afternoon, something like that. So, however, as you know that, well, it's a proverb which means that great cause cannot be accomplished within one day, right? So this inconformity of the deep meaning and surface meaning makes the story so funny. That's the example of semantic ambiguity. And okay, this is the second example. Anyone who want to explain about this humor? Any volunteer? This is also from the semantic ambiguity.
So anyone who would like to explain this picture, you can turn on your microphone.
May I, Miss?
Okay, yeah.
The fan, metal fan means the material of the fan, while the person means the genre, metal genre.
Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you for the explanation. Well, yeah. So, from this is example, we can see that there are different interpretation about a huge metal fan. So, according to semantic, a huge metal fan, yeah, a fan that has a big size and it is it is made from a metal, right? But it also has another meaning that is somebody who likes metal music, okay, the genre of metal music, something like that. So that's how the semantic ambiguity can create a humorous situations. And another examples, nah, ada yang ingin membacakan? This is in bahasa Indonesia. I got it from Bu Hadiati in 2017.
May I, Miss?
Okay, yeah, please.
Suami, aduh kepalaku pusing banget. Lalu istri menjawab, sebentar aku ambilin kampak.
Okay, Mas. Okay, thank you. Can you explain which one which create the humorous situations in this conversation?
Istrinya, the wife,
Mm-hmm. Because
because she delivers offer she offers to bring a kampak,
mm-hmm.
which is she it means kampak, minyak kampak mungkin ya.
Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you, Mas. Yeah, good. Well, yeah. So the humorous situation is created from the wife. Sebentar, aku ambilin kampak. Nah, the word kampak or axe, yeah, in English, it's a cutting tool that consists of a heavy edge, a head fixed to a handle with a what's it that is used to felling trees and chopping and splitting a wood. Okay, but actually the meaning of kampak itself in this conversation is minyak kayu putih cap kampak. So this is the semantic ambiguity. Okay, and okay, after we discuss about humor produced by ambiguity, so let's continue with humor and pragmatics. Okay, so in pragmatics, there are three situations that can create a humor situations. The first one is because of the violation of cooperative principles and because of politeness strategy and also the pragmatic implicature. Okay, and yeah, Grace in Wijan's book said that there are four maxims that must be obeyed in a conversation. So, cooperative principles is the important things in pragmatics since it makes the participants in the communications to speak as much as needed and so that the communication will run properly. And according to the Greece, there are four maxims that are maxim of quantity, maxim of quality, maxim of relations, and the last one is maxim of manner. Maxim of quantity, it's related to something that make your contribution as informative as required. So you just speak just what it is needed. And the maxim of quality, you just do not say what you believe to be false. For the maxim of relations, you can make the conversation, and you can give the contribution. The contribution to the conversation is to be more relevant, begitu. And the maxim of manner is that how you avoid the ambiguity. So just be brave in saying something without ambiguous. That's about maxims according to the Greece. So this is one of the example. I took it from Be Like Bro in Facebook. Okay, this is one of the example of violations of cooperative principle. Bro, me and my girlfriend are getting married. Wow, when? Me on 15 March and my girlfriend on 27 August. Okay. So yeah, this violation of cooperative principle happened because the first speaker, the first bro, violates the maxim of relevant. So actually, when the second bro is given a statement like bro, me and my girlfriend are getting married, otomatis di pikirannya si the second bro ini kan, oh si bro ini yang akan menikah, he will be married with his girlfriend. Tapi ternyata no, it's different. Me on 15 March and my girlfriend on 27 August. That's the example of the violation of maxim of relations. And then the second one, yeah. With your current account balance, which Apple product can you buy? Apple juice. So it also violates the maxim of relevant, because yeah, when the first speaker said, with your current account balance, which Apple product can you buy? Well, if we know this the context, Apple here means what's it? Apple device. Jadi it's like a MacBook, iPhone, iPad, something like that. But the second speaker said that this is Apple choose. So this is what he said, and it creates a humor situations. Okay, that's the example of violation of cooperative principle. And then, okay, the next one is a humor as a politeness strategy. So according to Brown and Levinson, humor can be used as politeness strategy. So uh, it can be used as a politeness strategy since it's based on mutual shared background knowledge and also the value. So humor or jokes can be used as a politeness strategy in social blunder situations. Let me give you one example. Okay, any volunteer who want to read this example? Volunteer?
Is there anyone who would like to read the example? You can turn on your microphone. Is there anyone who would like to read?
May I try?
Yeah, please.
A new couple comes to a restaurant. While waiting for the menu, they are happily and enthusiastically talking when suddenly the woman farts. Woman, sorry. Man, it's okay. Everybody does.
Okay, thank you, Mbak. Can you identify which part who create the humorous situations from this example?
Hmm. Actually, I still don't understand what the joke.
Okay, yeah, it's okay, no worries. Okay, so well, yeah, you can imagine when you are dating someone and accidentally you fart, and well, it's like it's something that embarrassing, right? And it also will create inconvenient situations. So, well, in a response to the woman apology, the man tried to use to comforting the woman. So the man tries to use a comforting reply to break that embarrassing situations, and this man tries to save the woman from this kind of situations by saying it's okay, everybody does. Okay, and the man used jokes to make sure that actually farting is not a bad thing. And actually his response shows positive attitude in politeness. Jadi ini adalah contoh positive attitude in politeness. Okay. Yeah, I got this example from Bu Hadiati. Okay, thank you for the example, Bu. And yeah, the last one is humor can create because of the pragmatic implicature. So, according to Pak Idewa Putwijana, the speaker's intentions in a communications even is not always proclaimed by the meaning of the words that make up the utterance, but it can also be implicated by them. Actually, when someone said something, you also have to understand the context. Jadi kadang ketika seseorang itu berbicara humor, membuat they make us humor situations. Terkadang di dalamnya itu ada maksud tertentu dan tidak semua pembicaraan itu harus disampaikan exactly at that time. And this is the example. Okay, to lit a candle. I still got it from from the research of Pak Putu Wijana. A tourist was eating. He asked a questions to the restaurant owner. The tourist said, "What for do you light a candle in the afternoon like this?" "For flies, sir." "Oh, it's terrific. Your nation is really very kind. It's not only people, even flies you give specific lighting." So you got this, right? So actually, the function of the light candle in a restaurant is to, what is it, to make the flies go away from that restaurant. But the tourist has different perceptions about that light candle, that function of light candle. Begitu. Yeah, that's the uh, example of pragmatic implicatures. And yeah, this is for the last. I will give you a reflective question. So after you try to understand about humor, uh, why do we laugh? Is it because we know the language, or is the humor we enjoy is just a humor, or there's something more about it? So because sometimes humor can be, was it, used to, because the speaker has another meaning, so they use humor. Okay, and whatever it is, I do believe that that comedy, that humor can make us better people. Even more, it also make us a better language learner. So this is the reflective questions yang mungkin bisa direnungkan untuk kita bersama. Well, okay. Yeah, I think that's all for my presentations. Thank you so much. Okay. And Moranda, thank you. That's all about my presentations.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ms. Dita, for your material and your great presentation. It was very interesting for me. I'm very interested in phonological ambiguity because if we don't familiar with the language or with the culture, we will not get the joke. So yeah. So after this, let's move to the question and answer sections. So is there anyone who would like to ask questions or give comments? You can drop them in the chat box or just raise your hand and ask directly.
Okay, and feel free to give a comments because this is a sharing session, right? Silakan boleh ngasih komen or questions.
And also, I would like to remind you that there will be a giveaway for selected participants who ask questions or give comments. And the winner will be chosen by Miss Dita only. So yeah, is there anybody who would like to ask question? Because there will be rewards for you guys. Okay, we have one question here. Okay, we have one question here from Yul Henley Tabran. So, can humor be understood cross-cultural? Please give us an example.
Okay, well, can humor be understood cross-culture? Please give us an example. Okay, thank you from Mbak Yulhelni for the questions. Well, actually, it can be understood cross-cultural, but you also have to understand the context of the meaning of that humor itself. So, well, I will give you the example. This is according to my experience. When I was doing a research on my thesis, it is about stand-up comedy by Margaret Cho. Well, actually, it is in a English language, and I also know about English language. But when Margaret Cho deliver his stand-up comedy, it doesn't work to me. It didn't work to me. So there are several humor that Margaret Cho create, but I don't get which can what's it which can make me laughter. And then I try to understand the context by gaining more informations find out the term about these jokes. Which what does it mean? What does it mean? Oh, and then I got the point after I gain more information about that. So if you want to try to understand another joke from other cultures, try also understand the context itself. Okay, karena kalau hanya bahasa saja kurang untuk bisa memahami that kind of joke begitu. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Dita, for the answers, and thank you, Yul Henley, for the questions. So let's move to the second questions. Is from Prapti Fitriani. So she asked that, I want to ask Ms. Dita, as an English teacher, I want to teach them using humor to increase their vocabulary or their speaking. Can you give me strategy to deliver humor as my tool to teach my student?
Okay, thank you, Mbak Prapti, for the question. So, can you give me strategy to deliver humor as my tool to teach my students? Yeah, you can use reading comprehension. So you can use a text, which is consists of humor, and then you can discuss one by one about the vocabulary. And for the speaking, perhaps, yeah, it is based on my class, in my conversation class. So I give my students Mind Your Language sitcom. So I give the instruction to them to analyze the humor situations in that sitcom. So it can help them to increase their sense of humor, I think. Yeah, that's all from me, Mbak Prapti.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Dita, for the answer, and thank you, Ms. Prapti, for the question. So we have another questions is from Dewangga, who raised hand. You can unmute yourself now.
Well, thank you so much. Sometimes I'm so difficult in giving a humor, but because of the quotes that the speaker gave, I really realized that humor is very important in communication. And I have a friend who is good in giving a humor. I just wonder that, is there special patterns, rules, or what? He communicates always funny. And that's why I want to ask with our great speaker today, when we give a humor, there is special patterns, rules, or what, or there is a special concept when we give a humor, so that our communication or our statement will be funny. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Mas Dewang, for the questions. Well, sometimes humorous situation is created not only by the words, the sentence that we deliver to other people, but sometimes it also can be created by the body movement of the speaker itself. So ya, kadang-kadang kita ketawa bukan karena apa yang dikatakan oleh that speaker, tapi karena memang dari wajahnya itu sudah mengindikasikan kalau dia itu memang auranya mungkin sudah memang sangat humoris sekali seperti itu. Bahkan ketika mereka belum tertawa, kita bahkan sudah tertawa. Well, I think there's no specific pattern to create a humor unless you except you want to do a stand-up comedy. Kalau stand-up comedy itu there are some pattern. Biasanya ada beberapa hal yang mesti diperhatikan sebelum persiapan stand-up comedy. But if it is for the daily life, I think there's no pattern. Kecuali mungkin kayak yang you did it because of the ambiguity from the semantic, from the phonology, and also from the lexical. Seperti itu. That's what I can say for you. Thank you, Mas Dewang, for the questions. Good questions.
You are so welcome.
Okay.
So, okay, thank you, Diwan, for the questions, and thank you, Ms. Dita, for the answers. So, let's move to another question. It's from Biliam Susanto. You can unmute yourself now.
Okay, so hi, Miss Ida.
Hi.
I wanna ask that, in this world, especially the internet, we are instilled with very, very high sensitivity, right? So in this oversensitive world, can jokes be a double-edged sword? Like, can jokes that's supposed to be funny can be interpreted as offensive or maybe uh, against the law or something? Because, for example, dark jokes that which pokes fun at offensive topics like a certain race or religion or political party. I want to ask, what is your opinion about it, or what is the best strategy um, to treat dark jokes that spread in internet these days? Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Billy, for the questions. Well, actually, we cannot limit the spreading of dark joke in internet, right? But we can what is it? We can face it wisely. So, ya, kalau memang dark jokes itu menyebar di internet, no problem. In my opinion, it's no problem. It's okay. Tinggal gimana we can handle it wisely aja, begitu kalau menurut saya. It's okay because we cannot, what is it? Kita tidak bisa membatasi akan adanya seperti itu because the aims of a humor itu juga untuk what is it? Untuk menyindir itu juga bisa, as in a dark jokes and a satire, something like that. Jadi just face it wisely. Begitu yang bisa saya katakan. Thank you, Billy, for the questions.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Biliam, for the questions. Thank you, Ms. Dita, for the answers. So we have another questions from Leonie. So actually, it is quite the same with Biliam. So she asked that, hello, Ms. Dita, I want to ask your opinion about dark humor that many people make these days. Do you think that it's okay to tell such jokes? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Leonie, for the questions. Well, I think it's okay when we tell about such jokes, as long as is it not, was it in a certain of group, because it's too sensitive, right? So if you want to tell that kind of jokes, just make sure that the community or the society is far away from, from the context of that jokes. Begitu. Jadi we also have to decide it when is the right time to use that kind of jokes. Tergantung komunitas yang dihadapi di situ. Kalau memang mungkin mengarah ke sebuah komunitas, just diusahakan untuk tidak membicarakan that kind of jokes, that kind of dark humor in that community. Kalau I think that's all for me. Okay, thank you, Leonie.
So thank you, Leonie, for the questions, and thank you, Ms. Dita, for the answers. So we move to another questions from Imam Buchori. So we ask that, as we know, everybody has his or her humor sense level. Sometimes when we tell a joke, other person can be offended because he doesn't understand what we really mean, or perhaps he takes it too seriously. My question is how to handle this situation.
Okay, thank you, Mas Imam, for the questions. Yeah. So if when we tell a jokes to someone, but he or she doesn't understand, and also he takes it too seriously, well, just you can just say, oh, please don't take it too seriously, because sometimes I also be like that. Jadi kadang saya juga seperti itu. And how to handle these situations? Yeah. you can just just tell the context of your humor, right? So that this person can understand about your joke. Because yeah, as what I said before, one of requirements to know about humor is we know the context. Jadi memang wajar kalau misalnya someone say that uh, someone took too serious about humor. Jadi you also have to explain the situation, right? So that your friends can know the meaning of your humor. Begitu kalau dari saya. Thank you for the questions. Good questions, Mas Imam.
Thank you, Imam, for the questions, and thank you, Ms. Dita, for the answers. So is there anyone who'd like, we have another questions from Syafira. She asked that sometimes an utterance is intended to be a satire, but it can be also a joke. So what is the boundary between those two? When are we be able to say that it is a joke or satire?
Okay, well, I think it's a little bit difficult to differentiate between whether it is a satire or it is pure a joke, yeah, because yeah, it is according to the the thought of the speaker itself. Jadi it's in my opinion, it's a little bit difficult to differentiate better whether it is a satire or it is only a jokes. That's according to the point of view. Jadi, to be honest, I'm not really sure how to how to differentiate it between whether this is a satire or this is a joke. Okay, I think that's all, Safira, that I can answer to you, because it's sometimes difficult. It's according to the speaker's point of view. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Shafira, for the questions, and thank you, Ms. Dita, for the answers. So is there anybody who would like to ask another question? You can drop them in the chat box or just raise your hand. Is there anyone who would like to ask questions? Okay. I think there's no more questions, yeah. So I think that was the last question. So thank you for all the participants who for the questions, and thank you, Ms. Dita, for the answers.
You're welcome.
Before we end this webinar, I would like you to choose 3 participants with interesting questions for the giveaway winner. So we have Biliam, Diwan, Prapti, Yulheni, Leonie, Imam, and Shafira.
Okay, so I choose 3 persons. Yeah, 3 people, yeah. Okay, so I choose, yeah, Mas Imam.
Okay.
And then the second is Mbak Prapti.
Okay, next.
And the last one is, okay, Mbak Leonie.
Okay, so for those who are mentioned, you can contact me later through WhatsApp to claim your rewards. So, we have from C Tenedero, is that right? He said that there's nothing wrong with giving a joke. However, a speaker should manage the kind of personality he has. also he was just giving like comments in the chat
Okay,
box.
yeah. Okay, yeah, thank you for the comments. Yeah.
So I think because there's no more questions, so this is the end for today's conference. And okay, the certificate can be downloaded from this link that I have just sent in the chat box. So you can click through the link to gain your e-certificate. And for the winner, you can contact me through WhatsApp. My number is on the poster. So yeah, because I think this is the end for today's event, I would like to thank you, Ms. Dita, once again, who is willing
You're
to be our speaker
welcome.
today. And I would like to thank Mr. Haris and for all the participants for joining us today. So yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Don't forget to claim your e-certificate, guys, by click the link in the chat box. So the link will be open now until 18 WIB, jam 18.00 WIB. So yeah, thank you very much. Goodbye.